First, let's talk about what is a PM. PM is short for project manager, and a project manager is basically a leader who oversees, coordinates, and manages all major aspects of a project from start to finish. This includes making sure that the project is on schedule, that the project stays on budget, and then making sure that all the major deliverables that are set at the beginning of that project are achieved within the agreed upon time frame. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our first episode here on my channel. Today we will be talking about the 7 steps in order to become a PM, a project manager in 2025. My name is Nashi Richardson, and I am a healthcare IT leader, digital content creator, an interior designer, and a project management professional who is so excited to be sharing what I know with you. Now that we've introduced what a PM is, let's talk about how you become a PM. There are 7 steps that I've mapped out as far as my experience in becoming a project manager. Number 1, it's common in the past for project managers to go into spaces without a project management certification. Now we are in 2025, the stakes are high and the competition is just as high as well. So is it possible that you can become a project manager in certain spaces without the certification? Yes. However, for the sake of this particular video, we are going to be focusing on things that take you through the certification process where you receive your official project management professional certification. Number 2, in order to sit for the PMP exam, there are 2 things that you need to do first. And that first thing is ensuring that you have some type of project management experience. So this seems a little bit counterintuitive, essentially, because you're not actually a PM yet. But unbeknownst to many people, you can actually have PM experience without ever holding a project management certificate. I'll talk about more of this in a later video, but essentially, in order to even sit for the exam, you have to have at least 60 hours of project management experience where you have led a project, been in charge of it, seen it from start to finish, as we talked about in terms of the definition of a PM. The second thing that you need to do is make sure that you've obtained at least 35 credits of education. Once you've obtained your 35 credits, as well as getting those 60 PM experience hours, the third thing you are going to do is go to pmi.org and apply. And this is where you essentially can do a multitude of things, including attesting for those 60 hours of experience that you need, seeing what courses might be available to you to prep for the exam, and of course, applying to sit for the exam. So that's the third thing you need to make sure that you do after you have gotten those 60 hours and 35 credits. The fourth thing that you want to do, and steps 3 and 4 could technically be interchangeable, is take a prep course for the exam. Even if you are an experienced project management professional, you want to make sure that you are ready for the exam. There are many options, anywhere from a Udemy course all the way to a boot camp. I'll talk in later videos on my personal recommendations on which ones to use, but I would definitely suggest preparing for the exam. Now, you can use the exam prep class that you take to attest for those 35 hours, and so that's why I said steps 3 and 4 can technically be interchangeable. I personally would recommend a boot camp class because you're going to have an intense time where you are connecting with a professional who is going to pinpoint areas that you might need to focus on to prep for the test. Step 5 is studying. Once you have prepped for the exam, you are going to study. So I'm gonna repeat that again. No matter where you are in terms of your experience as a project management professional, I definitely recommend studying for the exam. How long you study is dependent on how much experience you have as a PM, how familiar you are with PMI principles. My recommendation, if you have never stepped foot into the PM world before, is to study anywhere from 3 to 6 months to ensure that you get the best results. For me, I've been in a project management space for 5+ years and have been doing project management and leading projects for even longer than that. And so technically I studied for about a month and a half for the exam. Again, if you have not been in a project management space before, I would definitely suggest at least 3 months, heads down study time to make sure that you are prepped and ready to go for the exam. While you are in the process of studying for the exam, sign up for the exam. You would sign up for your exam at your local testing center. I used a Pearson near my home, and you would ensure that you know exactly where the testing center is and are familiar with the location so that when you arrive, you are fully comfortable. This test is an intense test. It is 230 minutes long, which is just under 3 hours, and approximately 180 questions. And I personally used every single minute of the test. So again, emphasis on studying to make sure that you are prepared for the exam so you do not waste your time, but it is definitely doable. I have done it, hundreds of others have done it, and you can do it as well. Step 7, the final step, is to get your results. You will know immediately. Pearson has set it up, and the PMI organization has set up the exam so that you receive your results pretty much immediately after you submit your exam. Once you log into pmi.org, you will see a larger breakdown of your results in case there is anything that you might see weakness in, that you might need to work on, or if you just want to hone in on increasing your skills in a particular area, you will have those results. In addition to getting your results on PMI, you can also sign up for your local chapter, which I would highly recommend doing for a couple of reasons. It offers you the opportunity to get to know other PMs and network, as well as for you to maintain your PMP certification through obtaining credits, whether it's through listening to other speakers, attending conferences, or events in your local area. So those are the 7 steps I would recommend for becoming a project management professional in 2025. I hope this has been helpful to you. If it has, please let me know in the comments, like the video. If you have any additional comments that you feel like I could answer about the process, put those as well. I look forward to delving even more into some specifics, like what classes I recommend as far as preparing for the exam, how to test for sitting for the exam, and much more. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I cannot wait to share even more with you, and the best of luck on your project management professional journey. Bye.